Hey everyone, I'm excited to share with you. This is Chris Riley with Mary Kay, and you're attended my workshop. And I told you that I would do a quick tutorial on how to apply the makeup. I know your dance recital is coming up soon. I recommend that you practice a couple times before the recital so you don't have any questions or you don't have any concerns and you know exactly what to do. The first thing I did is I washed my face to put all my moisturizers on. I have foundation on and I applied our translucent loose powder and I applied this all over my face to get rid of any tacky feeling so that it is easier to apply your color. All right, the first thing that we are going to do, so most of you purchased a compact like this that was filled with your colors. So open that up, make sure everything is inside that. And then if you did the petite palette, that's great too. You're just going to skip the one eye color. It's called espresso. You're going to just use your cashmere and your crystalline. Um, all right. So are you ready? All right. You can either do this along with me or you can just watch, take notes. You can do both. The good thing about this video is you can go back to it at any time. So the first thing you're going to do is get your eye colors out. And I have this massive palette that has all my colors in it. I know I have a lot of them in there. I have every color actually. And then it's really important that you have the proper tools. And some of you have purchased the applicators that go right into the my allergies are bothering right into the compact. And those are what you can use. Or if you have some other brushes, um, you know, the bigger, the nicer, fluffier brushes, the better. So the first thing that we're going to do, you're going to use your lightest color, which is your crystalline. Okay, crystalline. And it is just easiest if you apply that from lashes to brow. Just apply it all over. And I'm just going to do one eye because I want you guys to really notice the difference. Okay. So, and we're doing stage makeup. So this is going to be definitely a lot heavier than what you would do on a normal basis. Okay. These colors can be worn on a normal basis, but today I'm showing you stage makeup. Okay. The next color you're going to use is your cashmere. And I use like a shorter, stubbier brush. And because what I do is I tap it in there. And that's the same thing. And I've got another mirror I'm looking at too, because I can see better than just doing this on my phone. So what you're going to do is you're going to find out where that crease is, where the bone, the eye socket. And some of us, when you see that my eye socket kind of disappears, all right. Some of you, you have deep set eyes, you have hooded eyes. There's all different eye shapes and there's different techniques. So what you're going to do is if you can't see when I close my eye, I go a little bit above where that bone is. But when you're applying it, stretch out your eyelids. It's easier. Start in the middle where where the socket is. And then you're going to pat it and you're going to go back and forth. Patting, 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 patting. And we're not blending right now. We're just applying. So don't worry about what it looks like at this particular moment. And then you're going to go down and you're going to come down into like a little bit of a V. I got to pick up a little more product. And then brush it like a little bit above the lashes. Okay. So that's your cashmere. That's your second step. Some of you might only have those two steps, and that is fine. And then you would blend, just keep listening for a little bit. And you can apply this color above the lash line as well. But I'm going to teach it with the espresso, and I'm going to also teach espresso in your eyebrows. All right. Can you see it? I think you can. Okay. The next step, I like a short stubby brush for this. And I always recommend that you clean your brushes. We have a brush cleaner, or you can use a cleanser, like a cleanser that you use with your makeup, like to wash your face. You can put a little bit of that in there, swish it around, and then rinse it. And then let them dry, like upside down or laying like this so the water doesn't go into the handle of it and break it. Okay, espresso. This is your darkest color. That's this one right here. So I tap it and I tap it off a little bit so it doesn't fall onto my face. And I'm gonna apply the espresso right above the lash line. And I have allergy eyes right now, so my eyes are watering as I'm applying anything. So just do it right above the lash line, and it can be thicker than normal. And then go right up into this corner. You're gonna kind of give yourself a little bit of cat eye with it. And it can be thicker, especially on the outside corner. Okay, and then you're gonna just draw that in a little bit. Bring it forward. Always leaving this section light. Now, one of the reasons why everybody should wear the similar in your group, in your team, same makeup the same way, the hair the same way, is because your performance isn't about just you, it is about how all of you guys look as a team. And everybody, yes, we're all different, face shapes, everything, we know all that's different. But this is what this does is it keeps your eyes lighter and brighter and bigger, and then you can see you better on stage. Which eye can you see better on stage, do you think? Sleepy eye? And I'm not even done yet. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the brush you used, your crystalline, and now we're going to blend this just a little. It should not be blended much because you want to keep this very dramatic, okay? Because we're not going out in the public. We are going to perform on stage. Okay, the next step that you're gonna do for your eyes is eyebrows. See my eyebrows? You can't see my eyebrows, hardly at all. So I brush them just with a little spoolie like this. And then I'm gonna show you how to use your espresso. I can find my brush, there it is. You're gonna use your espresso. I need to get a new brush. And you're gonna put some in your eyebrows, okay? I mean, I use an eyebrow pencil, but I'm gonna teach you with what you have. So you just lightly, see how you can't hardly see my eyebrows? Lightly stroke some espresso in your eyebrows. And this makes a huge difference on how big your eyes look and how good they look. And you're all working with the gift that God gave you, right? Your beautiful face, your beautiful skin, and your dancing talent. All right. Can you tell? Oh my goodness. Okay. Now the next step, so that's pretty much it for our eyes until we do mascara. Let's do our cheeks, and then we're gonna go back to finishing this up. Okay, so I gave you all Wineberry, and I have already put some contour, latte is what it's called, underneath. And when you get into the competition team, you're gonna be doing more, like I would recommend gel eyeliner, I would recommend contour, I would recommend a lot more product. So you're gonna take your Wineberry, which is this color. And I always teach that it's 2 fingers. You don't want any color close to your nose. Okay. So if you put 2 fingers there, 2 fingers there, feel the top of your cheekbone, not up here, but right where your cheekbone is. Right here is your cheekbone. And you never put any color here. No, nothing comes down here. Okay. Except for if you contour. Your cheek color, watch exactly how I put it. It doesn't go like a rosy apple, and it doesn't go right here. It goes just along the line. And what you're doing is you're lifting and accentuating your cheekbones, which then enhances your face. And you'll see it in just a second. So 2 fingers from your nose. And you can suck in your cheeks to find that cheekbone. All right, here we go. And I kind of go in a little bit of a circular motion. And a little goes a long way. I'm going to smile a little bit to get it in the right spot. Okay. Ooh, you can tell. And for younger girls, for you younger girls, most of you, you can come into like the apple. Okay. You can come to this area, but stay away and nothing goes down here. Once again, nothing. Okay. And then you can take your big fluffy brush and just blend that and swirl it around and make your funny faces. All right. Whew, eyes are watering. Okay, that's your wineberry and how one-sided face I have going on here. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is I love an eyelash curler. You can get one of these probably at the dollar store or at Snyder's up there. I do sell them as well. Eyelash curler, and a lot of you girls had beautiful long eyelashes. And if you curl them and you do one coat of eye mascara, you're good to go. As you can see, I don't have hardly any eyelashes. And okay, so let's put, you guys all have your ultimate mascara. My eye is watering like crazy. And then you're going to apply mascara. You kind of wiggle it from the bottom. I always do top first. Okay. Need to open it with a new tube. And then go to the bottom. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put eyeliner under my eyes. We'll go back and do that. And I make funny faces. All right, let's put some eyeliner under the eye. And I've got to blot my eye because it is watering. Okay, sorry. Allergy season. Gotta love it, right? No, I don't. Don't at all. Okay, so you take that espresso and you can use it under your eyes as well with a flatter brush, an eyeliner brush. And you'll notice right away when I do this. Oh, I'm not liking that brush at all. So we're not doing that one. Going back to this one. Doesn't take much espresso. It's a great product. You can actually dip your brush into a little water when you use it as an eyeliner, and it makes it even last longer. All right, so you can see how that makes a difference. All right, next step then. I actually do like 3 or 4 or 5 coats of mascara, and when you're in the competitive team, you're going to use false eyelashes too. Are pretty, make a huge difference on how your eyes look. And you should replace your mascara every 3 to 4 months due to bacteria. Even if you only use it a few times a year, the bacteria will build up. So that you should replace it. This is the waterproof because my eyes are tearing up. So waterproof is necessary. All right. All right. Good side. Sleepy side. Okay. Now the last thing that I do is well, we're going to put lipstick on in just a second. But I use a pressed powder, but you can use the translucent or any kind of powder just to set it and blend it a little bit. And you can probably go darker than this too. And it should be a lot darker than what you would wear on a normal day. Now, some people wear this on a normal day. I do not. I do not wear this much. Okay. And then the other thing that I love is this makeup finishing spray. And what that does is set it. And you do it like in a crossword motion. And it makes it so it stays on it. The other thing the powder does for you and this does for you is as you're sweating from dancing, it actually keeps you from melting. It keeps it all on. All right, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to do lipstick. All right, so we are getting out, I'm using a lipstick sample. You have the full-size tube in the Scarlet Red, but I don't wear Scarlet Red on a regular basis, so I don't have a full-size tube open. Trying to get my sample open. What I like to do too is I really prefer using a lip liner with it, which is what you'll do if you're in the competitive team, is you'll definitely wear a lip liner underneath, because what that does is keeps the lipstick from bleeding outside the lip area and helps it stay on longer. And okay, finally got it open. All right, so I'm actually going to put a lip liner on. And this one is just a neutral, but there is red. The other thing you can do is you can go slightly outside the lip area and it'll make your lips appear bigger, slightly in, and it makes them appear smaller. And if you have any scars or anything, like I have one here, I can fill it in. But you're really outlining your natural lip line. And it just enhances them. But like I said, there is a red liner as well. Okay. What I like about a neutral is if the lipstick comes off, you don't look like, wow. But you can take that liner, red lip liner, and put it all over the lips, lipstick on top, and it'll make it stay on longer. And then I add a touch of gloss. So here we go. Here's your lipstick. Go ahead and apply it. Be careful not to go on your skin or outside your lip area. So go nice and slow. All right, what do you think? I love it. I love it. And then I put a touch because I like my lips to feel not dry. So I put a little lip gloss on over top. So there you go. All right. Maybe I'll come back. My hair is terrible. I have to do my hair yet for the day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side and I'm going to come back. What do you think? What do you think? Hmm. Notice a big difference? Which one looks awake? All right. I'll be back in just a minute. Right. So there's the complete look. Don't judge me on my hair. So there is the complete look. And you can see, you should really be able to see it when you're doing it. I recommend some good mirror, good lighting when you're doing it, or whoever is doing it to you. And then afterwards, I use a light eye color, not the crystalline because it's sparkly, or just take some powder, loose powder, and clean up a little bit under your eyes. And then, you can just look, help each other and blend it just a little bit. But it should be obvious that you have it on, but it shouldn't. Once again, your cheek color really, it stays right on the cheekbone. That's where I see the biggest mistake sometimes people make is they get it down all the way down by their jaw, and that's not where it is. See, it accentuates cheekbone. So keep it on the top of the cheekbone. All right, you guys do great. Here's a couple more tips. So now you're all done with your dance for the night. It is very important that you start getting in a routine of washing your face morning and night. So now you're all done. So you're gonna take off your eye makeup with eye makeup remover. This is Mary Kay's oil-free eye makeup remover. It's no tugging, no pulling. It's not oily. You put it on a cotton pad and you wipe it away. Nice and gentle. Stay gentle with your eyes. And then I use a micellar water to take off the makeup, my first layer, with another cosmetic pad. And then once you've got your makeup off, then I go for the cleanser because now your skin, you aren't just cleansing off dirt and grime and makeup. You are actually cleansing your skin and it gets utilized much better. And some of you purchased this. This is the mattifying cleanser. And some of you purchased the Time Wise kind of for young girls. I recommend this or the Clear Proof. And then for probably anyone above 20, I would start going with the Time Wise Age Fighting. So cleanse. Okay, cleanse, wash your face. This system also has a toner and there is a scrub as well. But I just shared with you guys the cleanser and then the mattifying moisturizer, which are your two most important things to do. So then you cleanse and moisturize day and night. And if you have oily skin, you use the purple. And if you have dry skin, you use the pink one. So let me know. Remember, you always get a Peninsula Pointe 15% discount. And always let me know if you have questions. And that's not just for the dancer, that's for anybody in your family. So gift giving or whatever. All right. So if you need to contact me, it's Chris Riley, and my phone number is 989-430-3079. Although you may be getting a text with this from a 616 number, that is also me. But it's my group texting, but you can call or text that as well. Website is www.marykay.com/Riley, Riley, and the letter K. But remember, to get your discount, you need to let me process your order. So at the end, you would send it to me with your credit card information if you want, or you can call me, text me, message me. I carry a full store. All right. I will be coming up. We have a cottage up in the UP on the Florence Drive. So I come up probably at least once a month in the summertime. So I'd be happy to help you out. All right. Can't wait to see the pictures. Have a great day. Bye.